Recently, the Palm Springs Kiwanis Club had another great speaker. Let's listen in.
Hey, now before today, Eileen, you can't raise your hand. Who has heard of Jewish Family Service of the Desert before today? Okay, and that's actually a good sign. If you have not heard of us or not needed to hear from us or about us, that means you've not needed our services. So that's probably a good thing for you. JFS Desert is a non-sectarian provider of social service here in the desert. In fact, we're the largest non-government provider of social services here in the desert. So people ask, well, what the heck's with the name? Jewish Family Service of the Desert. We believe in Tikkun Olam, which is to heal the world. Okay? So what you'll see here is a description of programs and services designed to provide relief to residents of the Coachella Valley, regardless of their religion, regardless of anything, really. If they're in need, they give us a call. If there's something we can do to help, we're going to do so. And we realize we're not all things for all people, and so if we can't help, we like our answer to be something to the effect, I'm sorry, we can't help you, but our friends at Catholic Charities, our friends at Salvation Army, our friends at Office on Aging, we have connections with other service providers here in the desert, so even if it's something we can help with, we'd like to provide some referral information to people so they're not leaving us up saying, well, I have no hope. I don't know what I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the fact sheet together. You can stop me at any time. I'm going to try to get done in 20 minutes, but as Eileen knows, give me a microphone and I'll just start talking, so you're going to have to cut me off probably. Now, we're going to start up here with serving our seniors, okay? Senior care management. We get dozens of calls a day and dozens of walk-ins a day. People say, I need help with X. Fill in the blank. Whether it be car payment, insurance, rent, mortgage, food, clothing, shelter, you name it, people are coming to our doors asking us for X, whatever that X is. We have 2 senior care managers, and they are kind of the gatekeepers for those people. Whenever they call or they write in, our case managers are involved saying, okay, you're saying you're needing help with X, so let's talk about that. And what they're trying to do is listen to a story to determine what is the emergency right now, but also what perhaps led to that emergency. So our goal is to perhaps help them avoid falling into that situation in the future, helping them get through that emergency and that urgency, but also helping them avoid that situation in the future. And then, so Myra, that's where our discussion may come into play, and that if these people are having issues with managing their monies, then perhaps, World can be of assistance in helping them do a better job of that, so that they don't have to come to our doors again asking for assistance. So our senior care managers, I cannot do what they do. They hear the worst of the worst stories, all while trying to remember that the person they're talking to is scared, hurting physically and mentally, and they don't know what else to do. So they have a very, very difficult situation. But that's what our senior care managers do. Not only are they the gatekeepers of our programs, they also then provide some of that case management service for clients in helping them arrange their monies and helping them complete paperwork for a renter's agreement, something along those lines. So they are busy, busy people. So if you know someone who needs help, they plan on calling in for assistance, chances are they're going to be dealing with their senior care managers first and foremost. Okay? JFS Express. And I'll also, by the way, point out those programs where we utilize volunteer assistance, since I know this is a certain. Now, I'm not here looking for volunteers, but just so you know, JFS Express, volunteer-driven transportation service for medically necessary needs. Generally, this is round trip for a doctor's appointment. Nothing having to do with the procedure. Why? Because that may involve some sort of anesthesia. It may involve some sort of pain that the client's in that our volunteers not necessarily capable of assisting in. Okay, so these are generally, hey, I got a doctor's appointment next Friday, 10 o'clock, can you help me out? An email is sent out to all of the drivers wherever they are in the valley saying, here's the need, can you assist? And those who are around and can assist reply. So we can never ever guarantee transportation because we may not have a volunteer who's available to provide that assistance. But with JFS Express, there's two things to remember. There's a registration process. So if someone calls today and says, hey, I've got an appointment tomorrow, it's not going to happen because they need to complete the registration packet because their fee is going to be based on their income. And all that information they provide us in the registration packet helps us design their fee structure. Now fees, there is a fee based on their income. It will be no more ever than $25 round trip, and I think I've seen that assessed to one person who probably could afford to buy a new car and a new driver with the car. You know, they need not, but they wanted our help, so they got the ride, but they were assessed full boat because they had a ton of money. Generally, the fees are around $3, $2, $3, $5 for round trip transportation. Pretty good. Okay, so two things. For seniors only, for us it's 55 and above, registration process, as much time in advance as we can get, that's good. And we had a gentleman speaking with our coordinator yesterday who he was getting a ride to the doctor's appointment, but he also wanted us to take him and drop off some dry cleaning and do some shopping, and you know. So if people can prove that this is medically necessary, i.e. I need to go to the store to get food because I have my medication, but I need to take my medication with food and I have no food, so maybe it becomes medically necessary, that trip to, so just have someone call us. They're going to deal with Lisa Schmidt, who's the coordinator, and listen, if our driver is amenable, it's not a big deal, they're going to get taken to get some food so they can have some food to take with their medication. Okay? So that's JFS Express. We are always looking for volunteers for JFS Express because we don't want to volunteer driving an hour one way to pick someone up from DHS, drive them out to La Quinta for an appointment, drive them back to DHS, so we're always looking for drivers. Okay? That's JFS Express. Friendly Visitor Program, a program that's one of mine, near and dear to my heart. There are many, many seniors especially who are homebound, who are isolated, whose life consists of turning on the TV, staring at the TV all day till it gets dark, turning it off and going to bed. It's unhealthy. It's unproductive. And it's unhealthy. We know now that not only the more one engages in life, not only do they live longer, they're happier. We have data now to prove that. So the Friendly Visitor Program was designed to help create that socialization opportunity for seniors who otherwise don't have it. Even if they have friends or family, if they're not spending time with the seniors, it puts the senior at risk for other things, okay? So imagine this, I'm sitting there looking at my TV and I get a phone call from someone who tells me I've just won something, okay? These unscrupulous phone calls that we receive, okay? A person who does not have that interaction is more likely to fall victim to that person, okay? So the lack of socialization leads to confounding issues that we just assume avoid, especially in the senior population. So the Friendly Visitor volunteers are linked with clients one-on-one, and they're tasked with going in and spending time with that person. But the request is at least 2 visits a month for at least an hour a visit. Just getting to know that person, letting them talk to you, letting them tell you their stories. Oftentimes that's just what they want to do. Well, let me tell you about my kids. Even if the kids aren't part of their lives, they're still very proud, and those are their stories, and they want to share. Okay? What it is not in-home supportive services. Volunteers are not asked to do cleaning, cooking, shopping, bills, those things. Now, I do have volunteers who, after a while and developing a friendship with this person and a trust, will do some things. They will take them out for a meal. They will take them shopping and those types of things. That's not what the request is, but it may morph into something a little larger than the program's original request. So if you have someone who is isolated, senior, 55 and over, isolated or semi-isolated, and you think this would be beneficial for them, give me a call. This is one of my programs. Now, we can't force someone to, you are going to get a Friendly Visitor volunteer. We can't force that, but we can sure try. We can sure talk them into it and explain the merits of having someone come out and spend time with them. Okay, so that's the Friendly Visitor Program, free of charge for the Friendly Visitor Program. Let's Do Lunch, another one that's near and dear to my heart, another one of my programs, and something you all may be interested in because I hear kids, and we are starting something with the Let's Do Lunch program. Let's Do Lunch program is a live 2-hour event that is regularly scheduled at 7 locations throughout the desert. We have 2 here in Palm Springs, 3 in Cathedral City, a couple in Palm Desert. We're looking at starting another one at the center, perhaps. This is, again, for those folk who lack the opportunity to engage in a group. Let's Do Lunch was started to present the opportunity for them to be in the group setting. And so what it is a 2-hour program that we will bring speakers in. Oftentimes the speakers are from organizations that also provide support services for the seniors so that they understand what else is out here to help them remain independent and age with dignity, which is important for all of us. We also have fun. Myself and my colleague Julie Hirsch, we believe in the power of comedy and laughter and fun. And you know, when it's not time to be really serious, doggone, it's time to smile and have some fun. And so we try to have fun. We try to make people laugh and smile. So it is an opportunity again for them to engage with others, and we feed them. We provide a small little lunch. Now, where it becomes interesting is when we have people show up and, hey, thanks for my lunch, and I'm out of here, kind of like I'm doing today. Sorry, Jack. But you know, after a couple, 2-3 times, we remind them that hey, we're not here to feed you. You're here to be part of the group. It just so happens that the lunch is included, and they come back around. They understand that. But the Let's Do Lunch program is our most highly evaluated program. And again, it's free. It doesn't cost anyone anything to participate. Now, the majority of these take place at senior apartment complexes that are available only to residents of those apartment complexes. We do have 2 that are open to the public. That is the program at the Cathedral City Senior Center once a month, the 3rd Friday of the month. And then at the Johnson Center in Palm Desert, we are there the 1st and 3rd Tuesday of the month. These are 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. programs. Okay? So again, if you have someone who is interested, they need to get out. Now, at the Johnson Center program, we do lease a shuttle bus from Desert Arc, and so there's a possibility of picking someone up so long as they're relatively close to the Johnson Center. We've got a route, and as long as it's kind of close to the route, we can pick them up. We also have volunteers that help with transportation as well. So we'll try to get them there, okay, as best we can. How am I doing on time? Okay? Yes, sir. First and third Tuesday of the month at the Johnson Center, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yay! You know, planting the seeds. I like that. Listen, if you've not been to the Johnson Center, they've got all sorts of programs that go on over there. I don't think they're at the Mizell Center yet, but they're catching up. They're starting a new wellness center over the Johnson Center. It's a nice place. I think it's a little larger maybe than Mizell, so they're trying to catch up to Mizell. But I'll let them know about the Kiwanis Club. All right, so that's Let's Do Lunch. As it relates to volunteerism, Let's Do Lunch, depending on the location, we look for people to come in and act as hosts, and the analogy is it's our party, and we're trying to make people as comfortable as possible. Let me get that cup of coffee for you. Let me help you with your chair. You know, those types of things. An opportunity to be courteous, which always a good idea, a good thing. All right, emergency assistance is kind of akin to food assistance, which is on the right-hand column. For those individuals who need help with, again, the X. Our emergency assistance is usually available to seniors, and when I say usually, we receive grants. And the provider of the monies will oftentimes tell us who the monies can be used for. And so we have to abide by their rules. And so sometimes the rules are you can use it for anyone. Sometimes the rules are you need to use it for the seniors. Sometimes the rules are you need to use it for residents of Palm Springs. But whatever those monies are that we have available, if someone comes in and is looking for assistance and we can help them with an electric bill, with rent, with monies for prescription, with monies for glasses, those types of things, if we have it, we want to use it and be able to help people, as many people as we can. Now, we've also started to work. We founded a group called the Senior Collaborative, and it is comprised of organizations that provide services for the senior population. So we can reach out to Salvation Army and say, hey, we're going to throw $200 at this client. Can you throw $200 at this guy? And Catholic Charities, can you throw $200? And Senior Advocates of the Dead. So we can kind of stretch our dollars in working a bit more collaboratively, and we've found success in doing that. Not only that, hey, you know, Joe Blow is here looking for this from us today. Oh, I dealt with Joe last month, and here was this. So, you know, we get some inside information on clients, and because we have people that will kind of shop around. We're going to see JFS today, and we're going to try to get a bus pass. We're going to see Salvation today, and we're going to try to get some food. We're going to see well, that's not necessarily what the emergency services are for. So they may need something different than what the people really needing these emergency services for. So a lot of our work from the case managers primarily is a little detective work, which gets to be kind of interesting. But bottom line is, with the emergency assistance and food assistance, if people have a need, have them call us. Again, if we can help, we'll help. If we can't, we'll try to refer them and connect them with an agency who can. Okay? All right, we're going to skip to the top of the right. Oh, and I want to talk about the Let's Do Lunch program. We've started to work with, we have five students at Palm Springs High School at the Palm Academy, the Science and Math Academy there, who are going to be volunteering to help out with the Let's Do Lunch programs. We are working with 10 kids at the Cathedral City High School who are going to hopefully sign them up to help out with the 3 programs there at Cathedral City. So we have structured a program that it will be beneficial, we believe, to all involved, to the kids, learning to give back, interacting with seniors, hearing the wisdom and the knowledge from the seniors. So for the kids, the benefits of connecting with the population that is far wiser than the kids are. And as a father of a 17-year-old, far wiser than the kids are. For the seniors, if you've ever seen it, if you're in a room of seniors and kids walk in, man, the smiles and the energy, you could just feel it. And so we believe that the seniors are going to get something out of it and just interacting with the kids. And then also there's an understanding with mental health. Oftentimes the kids don't know what perhaps the career opportunity in mental health is. So this is going to be their first touching of mental health. So we think, are you coming to get me? We're all right? Okay. So we really believe this is going to be beneficial for all involved, and it also then, this is kind of a new thing for not just us, but the Valley. And so we're very excited about connecting with the kids, with the seniors, as it relates to the Let's Do Lunch program. All right, mental health counseling. 80% of our nearly 4,000 clients are individuals receiving counseling, therapy. Okay? It's one of those programs that we do take payment for. We do take all major insurances. For those people who do not have insurances, we work on a sliding cash scale. We have never refused someone the opportunity to see a counselor for inability to pay anything. Okay? I've seen out-of-pockets, a $5 out-of-pocket to spend an hour with a counselor. Pretty good rate if you can find it. Okay? So that is basically mental health counseling and senior services are our hallmark programs. That when you think JFS Desert, mental health counseling, senior services. Okay? So that's counseling. We talked about food assistance, support groups. Support groups really come up on an ad hoc basis. We have 2 going on right now. There is a Healthy Women's Relationship Program, meets every Monday. It is for the ladies only, regardless of whether it is a love relationship, friendship relationship, business relationship, whatever it is. If the ladies are struggling with a relationship, they're welcome to participate in this group. It is facilitated by a marriage and family therapist, and it is free of cost. Okay, so anyone knows of anyone struggling, a lady who's struggling with any type of relationship, and they are interested, they can go. And Judy Monetachi is the therapist who runs it. Fantastically nice, fantastically smart, really, really good lady. All right, so that's, we have another one that is, it's a grief in grieving support group. Once a month, I believe it's the first Wednesday of each month. There was a program run by Morningstar out in Palm Desert that was basically the largest, most sophisticated of these groups, but Morningstar shut their doors a couple years ago, and so people are scrambling to put together the bereavement groups. Unfortunately, there's the need. All right, so the support groups, information and referrals, as I've said a few times today, we are not all things for all people, no one is. But we don't like to say, hey, no, good luck, see you later. Sorry we can't help you, but we think our friends at XYZ can, let's give them a call. Okay, so it's incumbent upon us then to get out and find out who's doing what in the desert. So whether it be myself or my colleagues, we do a lot of out in the desert for health fairs and whatnot, and so I'll walk the exhibit halls and what do you do and who are you and let me get your card and let me get your info, and then I come back and share it with my colleagues. So we think we are fairly well versed in who does what to help everyone, not just seniors, but help everyone here in the desert.
Thank you.
Anyway,
very
thank you.
much,
all.
Greg.
Thank you.
As a,
For more, go to KiwanisPS.org.